So, are you a people pleaser? You know, the type that bends over backwards just to help others. You sacrifice your own time, your own energy, your own effort, just so that you can hear the words, he's a great guy, she's a great girl, she's such a wonderful person. We like to feel loved, we like to feel respected, and we like to feel liked. So because of that, we sacrifice our own goals, our own dreams, our own hopes and aspirations, just because we feel like we like to hear these words that he's such a great guy often. These can lead to very serious consequences for us, people pleasers. Why is that so? Very simple, because if you were to take up too many priorities or too many tasks, there'll be a point in time where you realize that you might have taken more responsibilities than you can actually handle. And because of that, you end up feeling stressed and anxious because you realize that you really might not be able to cope with the amount of work that you have. Like if you have said yes to too many things. Everyone asks you something for a favor, first thing you say, yes. Reminds me of the Jim Carrey movie many years ago called Yes Man. Everything you say, yes, yes, I'm good, no problem at all. But deep down inside, you have plenty of problems, but you do not want to offend other people. So that's the problem with us people pleasers. We are afraid to offend others. Why? Because you are afraid that others might not like us, and that means a lot to us. That's our number one thing in life. We do not want to feel less loved, less liked, and less respected by others. And because of that, we put in so much energy to be well liked that we sacrifice our own personal goals, and at times we also are not true to ourselves because we pretend to be people that we are not, just because we want others to say that we are good, or we are helpful, or we are wonderful. These are music to our ears, makes us feel good, and gives us the energy to carry on doing what we want to do. But remember, our goals have been swept aside because of others. We sacrifice our own goals to help others achieve theirs. So is that right? Now, if you feel good about it, being a people pleaser, take some time away and do some self-reflection. Are you really feeling good deep down inside? For example, if you say yes to everything and you carry on doing each task, are you really feeling good? Or do you have regrets of saying yes all the time? So you got to have some self-reflection and really evaluate whether you are saying the right things. Like, we always put other people's feelings, other people's thoughts, other people's well-being ahead of us. So we lower our own self-worth, which is not good. And also, when people realize that we are people pleasers, they take advantage of our kindness and view it as weakness. So every time when they need something, they realize, who can we call? Yes, we call this person because they're surely going to say yes. So, in other words, we get bullied, taken advantage of because of our kindness. So these things takes a toll over a period of time. You might be able to do it 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, maybe even years, depending on your level of tolerance. But there comes a time where you say enough is enough, and it's time to put my priorities ahead of others. It's time to pursue my own goals and dreams. It's time for me to do what I want to do and not what others are planning to achieve. So we don't want to be other people's puppets. Don't get me wrong. You still can be a very polite and nice person, but you still can be assertive and yet polite. And with being assertive and polite, you do get the respect that you are looking for. So it's always good to be assertive, and be not a people pleaser, but be a helper, but yet at the same time achieve your own goals and dreams and aspirations. Many years ago, from not just at the time when I was studying, but all the while I've been a people pleaser. And it was only just after my father passed away and I overcame my addictions that I decided to take a stand for myself and do what I feel that I've not been doing, that is taking care of my own self. Have you been doing that for you people pleasers? You realize that maybe you might have swept away all your own hopes, goals, and ambitions aside just to help others? Do you feel stressed, overwhelmed by all the responsibilities that you think that you can take over? Yeah, sometimes it hurts when you change and you realize that there are less people that say that you are a nice guy, that you're a nice person, that, oh, he's somebody that I can rely on in times of needs. In fact, they might say the opposite. I say, oh, this person has changed. Previously, he's willing to help with everything, and these days, it's not the same anymore. In fact, he says some mean things. To them, it's mean, but to us, it's assertive. Like, I feel this way. I would like things to be done this way. I'm sorry, I can't help you this time around. So to them, it's mean. And this being assertive and standing up for yourself is a good way to weed out those who are your true friends and those who are making use of you. So you want to make sure that the people that you're hanging around are people that really like and respect you regardless of your behavior. So even if you are assertive, you might be a little bit more harsh at times, but yet they still love and respect you because of the person that you are, your other qualities. Not because of being with you just because they need something from you or they feel that they can take advantage of you, take advantage of your kindness. So what did I do in order to be more assertive and to make sure that I take charge of my life? Since it's been a very long ingrained personality and character, I've always been like a people pleaser. Ever since I was a young boy, always decided to donate to people, and even if I do not have money myself, I have that sympathy for others. I prefer others to have more than me. So I had to really make it my priority that I would like to be assertive, and I want to go for what I want and not what another person wants from me. So every time before I step out of the house, I say to myself, today I want to do what I want to do. Every time when I step out of the house and when I'm walking, when I'm waiting for something, I say to myself, today I want to do what I want to do. I say to myself in my mind. I have a watch and I put there, do what you want. So you can just come up with your own preferred affirmations or words just to remind yourself that this is the change that you would like to make. And remember, it has to be a priority. For example, it's not something that you do one day and then you forget it for the next 3 days. It has to be an ongoing thing because your character has been ingrained for many years. So the longer that you've been a people pleaser, the harder it is to change. But you can change. You don't want to have a very serious incident to happen before you change. So you just take the steps needed. And the step needed has to be priority. In other words, you do it every single day. Say to yourself that this is the change that you want to make in order for yourself to go for your own goals and make sure that you get what you want. And when you get what you want, you can help others as well. But make sure you give yourself the self-worth that you deserve. So think about that. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.